All right, so are you ready to dive into something pretty epic?
Always.
Okay, fantastic. Today we're heading over to Morocco. Morocco is going to be co-hosting the 2030 World Cup.
Exciting stuff.
I know, right? And they are going all out.
Oh, yeah.
They are constructing the world's largest football stadium.
I did hear about that, yeah.
Yeah, the Grand Stade Hassan II.
Hmm.
And we're talking 115,000 seats, rooftop gardens 100 feet in the air.
Wow.
Yeah, the design's inspired by traditional Moroccan tents. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be a statement, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows, how serious Morocco is about, cementing its place on the world football stage.
Yeah.
This is their first time hosting the World Cup.
Right.
Which is a, victory after 5 previous attempts.
That's right.
So this stadium's not just about size. It's also a symbol of national pride.
Yeah, I love that.
A beacon, announcing Morocco's arrival as a major player in world football.
Yeah, that's a great point. And thinking about those past attempts, Morocco's journey to finally secure the World Cup has been a real roller coaster ride.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, it's been paved with both disappointment and some incredible triumphs. I mean, you think back to 1994 when they narrowly lost the bid to host.
Right.
And then you fast forward to their incredible semifinal run in Qatar last year.
Unbelievable.
I know. This is a nation that just has such a deep love for the sport. And I think you're right. This stadium, Grand Stade Hassan II, is a testament to their dedication.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have to geek out for a second.
Go ahead.
About the design.
Yeah.
A roof mimicking a traditional Moroccan tent. That's just, come on. Talk about culture and function.
It's brilliant. And it's not just beautiful. It's also, it's a clever solution.
Yeah.
For Morocco's climate. Provides natural shade and ventilation. Make sure that the fans have a comfortable experience, even in the heat.
I mean, even just looking at it, when you look at this stadium from above, it's going to blend seamlessly into the landscape.
Yeah.
Like a modern-day oasis.
Like a modern-day oasis rising from the desert.
I love it. Okay, Now let's talk location.
Okay.
Why El Mansouriya? Why not, say, Casablanca? Morocco's largest city.
Right. Well, Casablanca, while very vibrant, it just doesn't have the space for a project like this.
Okay.
This 200-acre site in El Mansouriya that allows for more than just the stadium.
Okay.
So they're envisioning, training fields, entertainment areas, ample parking, basically a whole football city.
Wow, that's very cool.
It is.
And speaking of impressive, let's talk about the 2030 World Cup itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the 100th anniversary of the tournament, and it's being co-hosted by 3 nations.
Right.
Morocco, Spain, and Portugal.
Yeah.
Did you know that Morocco wasn't initially part of the bid?
Yeah. Spain and Portugal, they initially formed a joint bid.
Right.
Later, they were joined by Ukraine.
Uh-huh.
But because of the war, Ukraine had to withdraw.
Right.
So Morocco, they were ready and waiting.
Yeah.
They stepped in to fulfill a long-held dream.
Yeah, it's really a testament to their commitment to this project.
It is.
Okay, so now we've got 3 countries involved.
Right.
I'm curious about the final match. Will the Grand Stade Hassan II get that honor, get to host the final match?
Well, they've got a strong case. But remember, Spain has got some serious contenders. Camp Nou in Barcelona.
Oh, yeah.
And Santiago Bernabéu in Madrid.
Right.
Both recently renovated. Billions.
Wow. So we've got this brand new architectural marvel in Morocco.
Yeah.
Going head to head with these legendary history-soaked stadiums in Spain. I mean, what factors do you think are going to weigh most heavily in that decision?
Well, FIFA, they're going to consider a lot of things. Accessibility, state-of-the-art facilities, historical significance. It'll be at the top of the list.
I mean, it seems like a tough call.
It is.
What are your initial thoughts? Like, who might have the edge?
Well, it's a close one.
Yeah.
But if I had to answer your question, I think the Bernabéu in Madrid has a few advantages.
Yeah.
Strategically located in the heart of the country. Boasts a retractable roof and pitch for all weather conditions.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already hosted a World Cup final before.
Yeah.
It's got a proven track record.
Yeah. So we've got the underdog, this bold new stadium in Morocco.
Yep.
Versus season champion in Spain. I'm already on the edge of my seat.
Me too. And, don't forget the Bernabéu. They're in the middle of this massive renovation.
Oh, yeah.
And, they're incorporating cutting-edge technology.
Right.
Like a retractable pitch that can be stored underground. What? Yeah. Opens up the stadium for, concerts and other events.
Oh, wow.
It's like a glimpse into the future of stadium design.
Their retractable pitch, it's like something out of a sci-fi movie. It sounds like they're really pushing the boundaries of what a stadium can even be.
Yeah, and it really emphasizes the fact that these stadiums aren't just about football anymore.
Right.
They're becoming these multi-purpose entertainment hubs
Right.
designed to generate revenue all year round.
Makes sense from a business perspective. Yeah, they're creating a destination that goes way beyond just game day.
Precisely. But back to the Grand Stade Hassan II.
Yeah.
It's worth noting that the design kind of echoes another architectural masterpiece,
Okay.
the Munich Olympic Park.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them feature these striking, translucent, tent-like roofs.
Right.
But Morocco Stadium, it takes the concept a little bit further.
Okay.
Integrates the roof into the landscape itself.
I love that connection. It's like this conversation across continents, across decades.
Yeah.
With Morocco putting its own unique spin on this iconic design element.
Yeah, and it's not just about borrowing the aesthetic.
Right.
Remember those rooftop gardens we talked about?
Yeah.
They're going to be actual botanical gardens.
Yeah.
Showcasing native Moroccan plants.
Wow.
And reflecting traditional Islamic garden design principles.
It's amazing how they're weaving all these cultural elements into this stadium's structure.
Yeah.
It's not just a place to watch a game, it's an experience.
Yeah, an immersive experience.
Yeah.
Of Moroccan culture.
Speaking of cultural experiences, let's not forget, this is the first time the World Cup is returning to Africa since 2010.
That's right.
That was a landmark event.
It was.
But it was also kind of marred by controversy.
Yes. Unfortunately.
You're talking about the allegations of bribery.
Yeah, during the bidding process for the 2010 World Cup.
Right.
It cast a shadow over the whole event.
Yeah. It led to investigations, suspensions, a loss of trust. It's a reminder that even events as inspiring as the World Cup aren't immune to corruption.
No, they're not.
It's a sobering thought. But hopefully FIFA has learned from those past mistakes, right?
They have implemented reforms.
Okay.
But the pressure is really high to secure these mega events.
Right.
So transparency and accountability, more important than ever.
Absolutely. It's the only way to maintain the integrity of the sport.
Right.
But let's shift gears a bit.
Okay.
So remember we were talking about size? While the Grand Stade Hassan II will be the largest football stadium in the world, it's not the biggest stadium overall.
You got it.
That title belongs to the Narendra Modi Stadium in India, a cricket stadium with a capacity of 132,000.
Oh.
It just goes to show that when it comes to stadiums, size isn't everything.
No, it's not.
It's about the overall experience, right?
Yeah.
The atmosphere, the design, the cultural significance, all those things come together to make a stadium truly iconic.
Precisely. And I think Morocco is taking all of those elements into consideration.
Yeah.
With the Grand Stade Hassan II. They're aiming to create a stadium that's not just impressive in scale, but also deeply rooted in Moroccan culture and history.
Now let's zoom back in on Morocco's preparations for the 2030 games.
Okay.
So we know they're building this incredible stadium.
Yeah.
But what about the other venues?
Well, you're going to have a total of 23 venues.
Okay.
Spread across the 3 host countries.
Right.
Spain, the largest nation, they're going to contribute 11 stadiums. Portugal's going to have 3, and Morocco will have 6.
Okay.
Including that Grand Stade Hassan II, which is still under construction.
That's quite a distribution. It really highlights the collaborative nature of this World Cup.
Absolutely.
Each country contributing its own strengths.
Exactly. And this is really different from Morocco's initial bid back in 1994,
right,
which, relied heavily on building 9 brand new stadiums.
Wow.
So they've clearly learned and adapted over the years.
Yeah, it seems like they're taking a much more measured and strategic approach this time around to ensure that, the World Cup has a lasting positive impact.
Exactly. They're thinking about the future.
Yeah.
Not just, the immediate spectacle.
Yeah. It's really exciting to see how Morocco is leveraging this opportunity to really showcase its culture to the world.
Yeah. It's going to be an unforgettable experience. The atmosphere, the energy, the passion, it's going to be incredible.
I can just imagine it now. The colors, the food, the music, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. And, beyond just those cultural festivities, think about the economic impact as well.
Yeah.
Tourism, jobs, improvements to infrastructure. This World Cup, it could be a catalyst for growth and development across the country.
Yeah, that's a really good point. These mega events, they have a ripple effect that goes way beyond the games themselves.
Absolutely. And for Morocco, It's a country with this young and growing population.
Right.
So it's a chance for them to really showcase their potential on a global stage
Yeah.
and attract investment and opportunities.
It's like they're building this bridge to the future.
Right.
And using the World Cup as a platform to connect with the world.
Exactly. And speaking of connections, let's go back to those 6 Moroccan stadiums.
Yeah, okay.
So the Grand Stade Hassan II, that is like the crown jewel.
Right.
But the other 5 venues, they already exist.
Oh, okay.
They've been hosting matches and events for years.
So they're not starting from scratch.
They're not. They're building upon a very solid foundation.
That's great. It really speaks to their commitment to sustainability.
It does.
They're not just, building these stadiums just for the event. They're integrating it into the existing sporting landscape.
That's right. And it sends a really powerful message to the world.
Yeah.
Morocco, they're stepping onto the global stage, not as a newcomer, but as a nation with a rich sporting history and ready to welcome the world.
This has been an incredible journey. I mean, we've gone from architectural marvels to cultural celebrations to the impact of this event. I mean,
We've only scratched the surface.
yeah.
Think about the stories that are going to unfold during the tournament itself.
Yeah.
The triumphs and heartbreaks, the
Yeah.
new stars, all those passionate fans coming from all over the world.
We've talked about Morocco's journey, the stadium showdown, the whole setup of the 2030 World Cup. But what about the human element? The athletes, the communities, what kind of impact will this have?
I think those are the stories that are waiting to be told.
Yeah.
The best part about it, we all get to be a part of it.
Yep.
We can follow along, learn about different cultures,
Mm.
and just witness the power of sport.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up our deep dive into Morocco's plans for the 2030 World Cup, remember, it's more than just a tournament. It's a story of ambition, perseverance, and the spirit of a nation, and we can't wait to see it all unfold.
And keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that passion for knowledge alive.
Until next time.
Keep diving deeper.